Wolf Blood! How's it going, guys? It is the Wolf Behind the Blood, and today, new video. It was kind of difficult trying to think of a new video subject because, I don't really have a phone, so I can't make another one of my good old vlogs, but I thought for this video, why not share some stories, like a little story time, only this is over going to be funny things that happened at my old school. It doesn't sound that interesting at first, but trust me, there's some interesting things that happen at school. I'm gonna go and just pretty much tell them and see how they do with you guys. I guess I don't know. Okay, so the first story I like to call Tweaker Kid, because the kid, I swear to God, was a tweaker. So it starts out that we're sitting there in school taking a test for a science class. And we always went to a different room because we're special, I guess. Me and a few other people. So we're sitting there. He sits right next to me, and he was completely normal. He was breathing fine. He was not twitching until about like 5-10 minutes into the test. And all of a sudden, I look over there. He's sitting there breathing heavy through his nose, and he's sitting there scratching himself. Then he just all of a sudden starts beating on the desk, throws his papers off the ground, and he just starts beating the desk in some sort of rhythm that I didn't understand. Just boom, 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 boom. And he whacks his head against the table. And I'm sitting there nearly jumping out of my seat like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Like, this kid's been shooting up. Oh my God, what's going on? It was just, what? The kid had to be taken into the office by the teacher. Like, I'm not even talking about, like, a simple go to the office. Okay, ma'am. He was dragged out of there. Like, I don't think half the kids in that room were able to finish the test because of that. And it was just, oh my God. So the second story is not as goofy, I guess, but it's still pretty goofy. Nowhere near Halloween, nowhere near any holiday, but some girl just randomly came to school dressed as the Grim Reaper, like scythe and everything. Like, imagine the Grim Reaper from Family Guy, and that's exactly what they looked like. Only the one thing that was off about the costume is they had some pretty pink light-up Skechers. So you just kind of had that person just walk around the school. Like I said, nowhere near Halloween, nowhere near any occasion that I could think of. They were just kind of walking around. And it's really weird when you can just walk by death and they look at you and like, oh, hey, what's up? It's like, oh, hi. Well, shit. The third one was during lunch. Actually, there's kind of two of them. This guy was funny during lunch. He did two things. The first one was he got into a fight. I'm not going to say any names, even though it doesn't really matter. Whatever. Anyways, he was a funny kid. All of a sudden, he got into a fight with this one big kid. Like, he was huge. Like, he was big, muscular. Like, he was intimidating. And he was just trolling the fuck out of him. And then all of a sudden, the guy gets up, gets in his face, and he shoves him. So what he does, he swings back, and everyone's just sitting there watching him. So what he does is that he takes someone's burger off their tray, throws it at his face, and just kind of just slides in and just falls onto the ground. And as he throws, he goes, burger attack! Throws it, like I said, lands on his face, and then everyone is just trying not to laugh. And then I don't know how far he was expecting to get with that, but I can tell after he threw, he's looking at the guy like, oh, well, shit. Like I said, no idea how far he was expecting to go with that. The other one is around a few months before the school year ended. We were all sitting there eating in the cafeteria, of course. We weren't eating in the fucking bathroom. Anyway, all of a sudden, he just stops eating. He places down his tray and just goes, I've been made fun of for too long. Reaches into his bag, and I'm next to him. Like, I don't know why I'm always the witness to all this shit, but I'm next to him. I'm sitting there thinking, ah, shit. I'm getting ready to dive under the table. He pulls out a Nerf gun, like one of those little rotating things that has like 20 darts in one, and he just starts shooting people. Has the straightest face ever, like he's out for blood, and he's just kind of shooting a Nerf gun. Someone who was on lunch duty just goes up to him, and they're trying not to laugh, and tells him to go to the office, and I'm just, why the fuck do I go to this school? So, another one of my favorites. This is going to be really awkward. Like, really awkward, so get ready. So, I was sitting there in the hallway. It was free time. I'm sitting there in the hallway texting on my phone because, I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. And all of a sudden, these two guys are arguing. Like, they were yelling at each other, arguing. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, okay, great, what could this topic be about? So I just start listening just a little bit, because I'm nosy as fuck. And they're talking about their dick size. Like, which is bigger? And I'm sitting there just like, oh shit. Like, so immediately I stopped listening, back to my phone, whatever I was doing. I'm sitting there just going, oh god, what is wrong with people? But then all of a sudden, as I look back up, one of them drops their pants, like, he got boxers showing. And he's sitting there going like, you know what? Present your penis. That's exactly what he that's exactly what he said. He just goes, present your penis. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm sitting there, still on my phone, not debating on whether or not I should videotape this. Like, okay, how far is this going to go? I don't even know at this point. And he's sitting there going, dude, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, the other dude's girlfriend shows up. I think her name was Sarah or something. And he's just still going like, present your penis, man, present your penis. And the other dude's refusing. So he's sitting there going, okay, understandable. So he turns to his girlfriend Sarah and he goes like, Sarah, present his penis. She starts freaking out like, what's going on? What did I walk into? And I'm just still trying to be on my phone, trying to ignore the conversation that's going on in front of me. And then, what do you know? He turns to me and sitting there going like, sir, present his penis. And I'm sitting there going, dude, I'm not involved. I do not want to present another man's genitalia. And here I am, just in the middle of it all. Like, apparently this is what happens in my school's free time when we're not freaking giving suicidal tendencies over freaking work. We're trying to present penises, and I'm just here like, what the fuck? I don't even know at this point. Alright, now this is my favorite story. This is 100% real. I'm not making this up. It was something I actually witnessed in 8th grade, I'm pretty sure. 8th grade art class. So we were sitting there working on, I think it was just, no, it was clay. We were working on clay. We had to make some sort of figure that resembled our wish or whatever, our lifetime wish, I guess. And these two girls were sitting there on opposite sides of the room. I guess they don't like each other. I mean, obviously, and I'm in the middle, like always. And then all of a sudden, I just hear one of them just slam their utensil of clay making on the table. They get up, they walk over to them, and they're sitting there going like, excuse the fuck out of you, bitch. And I'm just like, oh god, here we go. Drama. And so she gets up, and then the first girl, again, not any names, because especially for this isn't meant to be funny. This is something that, like, scares the shit out of everybody. So what she does is that she grabs a, can't remember what the name of it. I want to say scalpel, but it's not a scalpel. It's that little thing that you can use in tech ed class for scoring and whatever. Is that pointy thing? I don't remember what it was called. We used it in tech ed, too. Anyway, she grabs that and tries to attack the girl with it. Like, I'm sitting there, like, I just look up and I see her just running across with a look of bloodthirst in her eyes, and I'm just scooting back in my seat like, well, shit. Anyways, she's trying to hop across the table. We got the teacher and two other students trying to pull her back, and again, I don't know how to process this. Like, in a situation like that, I kind of get stuck in what I call buffer mode, so we got an attempted murder going on, and I'm just, okay. Anyways, she throws a scalpel away, and then she grabs one of those wire thingies and, like, tries to wrap it around her neck, and she was pretty damn close. So what the teacher does is grab her by the hair and, like, throws her down on the ground. And our art teacher was, like, a skinny bitch. She was, whew. So I'll tell you, the most impressive thing about that day was her throwing her down like that. And she's screaming, she's gathering every tool she can and starts throwing them at. She cut a few people with her throwing of the tools and all that. So everyone just goes over to the other side, and I'm sitting there, and just, again, I was the last one there because I was in buffer mode. Everyone's sitting there going, Gary, do you want to die? And I'm sitting there going, I don't know at this point. So I finally get up, I go to the other side of the classroom. She's still throwing shit. Like at one point you think she would run out of tools. No, she knows where all the stashes is, apparently. Anyways, we call the resource officer, Officer Urban, I believe. He comes in, holds her down, he damn near had to use the taser, I guess, and drags her out of school. And then no one knew what to do at that point. Just we had a legit attempted murder go down, and everyone's just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, what the fuck just happened? No one decided to talk about it, actually. As soon as she left, everyone just kind of sat down in their seat and started continuing playmaking. And I'm just there, last one to sit down, like, are we not going to talk about this? We just had an attempted murder. And our teacher's just sitting there looking at me like, Garrett, no. Like, she knew what I was saying, like, no. I was like, oh, okay. I'ma just get up and walk away. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was the stories I had from my old schools. There weren't just one school, of course. There were from multiple schools in the past. Middle schools, high schools. Even though back then I went to only, like, one high school. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, be sure to like... What was my outro? I already forgot. Fuck. Okay. Be sure to like this video. If you did, fuck. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe to become a member of the pack. Yeah. Well, good. See you guys next time.